Hey, good afternoon, everyone, or good morning, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Today, we're talking about the 4 reasons you aren't crushing it on LinkedIn. And our mission in this is to create 100 B2B businesses killing it on LinkedIn with a constant flow of leads. We're going to give you the tools that it takes to do that. Our question to you, though, is this: would you want to be one of those hundreds of people? Before we get going too far, we want to make sure we have your attention and that you don't miss anything. So right now we want you to turn off your cell phones, turn off Facebook, Skype, Twitter, whatever else might be an interruption. And if you're a small business owner, a coach or a consultant, or you're serious about getting better results, in the next 60 minutes, this could change your life. And our promise to you is we're going to show you exactly what is holding your sales growth back on LinkedIn. Find out what is keeping you from profit, cash, time freedom, all while not spending a ton of money on marketing with no results. For those of you who don't know us, Zoe Kennedy isn't here with us today, but Zoe takes care of implementation, and she's an engineering graduate. She followed an IT path when she started her career and got into marketing from there and worked on marketing and sales and building in the construction industry. And she's really an expert in that arena. She's created LinkedIn training courses or worked with the serial entrepreneur, Matt Basic. She's a certified coach, and she's the owner of a B2B marketing company. And then there's me. I'm Steve Peck. I work on strategy. I help people define what it is that's going to help them get going. I have an MBA. I help businesses from startups to over $250 million grow their businesses. And I continue to do that. It's just something I love to do. I've been online since before the internet was even invented by Al Gore. If you're from the United States, you'll know what that means. And I have business on 4 continents: Australia, North America, South America, and Europe. And I've raised 6 kids with my wife. They're all thriving now. They're young adults. That's me. So basically, we're just like you, right? And we've done a lot of things right, and we've done a lot of things wrong. And from those 2 perspectives, we're going to be able to share a lot with you from our own experience. And I can tell you that in the beginning, LinkedIn sucked for me, right? I bought one course, and I bought a lot of courses after that that promised the moon, but really didn't deliver anything. And I was struggling because I needed to find leads pretty quickly, or a way to find leads pretty quickly. And I needed a way to put leads on my calendar. And after several false starts, I finally hit on the right combination of activities to create a consistent lead flow using automation. Then we both found independently the secret sauce. Basically, created a foolproof system that anybody can follow. It's 100% duplicatable. You can implement it step by step, taking prospects from untrusted to hot and ready to buy. We've got a question for you now, though. And the question is: do you want to use LinkedIn to create a consistent flow of appointments with qualified leads? I want to think about that for a couple of minutes. Is that something you really want to do? We can help you with that. And here's some of the people we've helped. Jane Cunningham, she's a marketing director, and we've put over 400 qualified leads on her business. And so he rewrote her profile. She actually was able to land a television gig, right? And Matt Scott, who's also one of Zoe's leads, that he's also got over 400 leads and got a speaking gig from his profile. Then there's me. Crystal Ho is a franchisor in Masters franchisor of a thing called Escape Hunt Experience. And she got actually close to 5,000 leads. Now, it's a little misleading because she had 5 locations, and we did roughly 1,200 leads. There was once a small city, we didn't get as many, but about 1,200 leads per location in Australia for her. And these results are not typical, right? Please understand that our results aren't typical because the average person who attends any training gets zero results. Why is that? Well, it's because they don't really do anything. And we're happy that we're here to help you do something with this. So I'm happy to share for free exactly what's working for us. And it's not a get rich quick, or it's not for get rich quick people, dabblers, home biz, op people, or amateurs. You actually need to work to create results. And before you get any further, you really want to ask yourself, is LinkedIn right for my business? Right? And you can get high quality B2B traffic from LinkedIn. LinkedIn is present in 148 different industries, which is quite a few, 660 million users worldwide. So if you can't find your user on LinkedIn, then I don't know where you're going to find them if it's a B2B type user. There's 30 million companies. Sorry about that. 30 million companies on LinkedIn. 52% of buyers do their research on LinkedIn before they buy. And the average time spent on LinkedIn is 6 minutes and 7 seconds. And 50% of LinkedIn traffic is mobile. So those are just some facts about LinkedIn. And you want to test right away whether or not your business, your targeted audience is there. Now let's talk about the top 4 reasons you aren't getting leads from LinkedIn, or you're not getting the kind of results you're looking for. And so when we talk about the 4 reasons, the first one is you're not connecting with the right people, or you're connecting with the wrong people, right? That the second one is you're coming across as salesy or being perceived as annoying. And I'm sure you can look in your own inbox and you'll find salesy or annoying messages. And number 3, you're ignoring the connections you make after the first 30 days. In other words, you're making a connection and maybe a few initial messages back and forth, and then you drop it, right? So that's a third one. And then the fourth reason is you're not being consistent. Maybe you work for a week, a couple days, a month, but you're not consistent, like a consistent heartbeat. So let's talk about the number one reason you're connecting with the wrong people. It's all about finding the right targeted leads and prospects, right? Honing in on who you really want to reach. So you have to know who you want to reach before you can find them. And it's one of the critical things we work with. And sometimes it's a nuance in who you want to reach that's going to get you the success you're looking for. And you want to know them as best you can. You want to know the industry they're in, the location they're in, the position they might have, those kinds of things. And the more you know about them, the better. The second reason is you're coming across as salesy or being perceived as annoying. And this should be pretty obvious, but people do business with people they know, like, and trust. You want to communicate in a way that engages. Ultimately, it comes down to nurturing. Some people are ready when you first reach out. Some people it takes a while. In any case, you want to nurture. You want to ask for their permission, right? So if you're going to send them something, you're going to send them a presentation, for example, you want to ask them if they want the presentation rather than just sending them the presentation, right? So that's, you can extrapolate from that a lot of things, but that's pretty critical, and it's a mistake a lot of people need. You want to speak to what your lead wants, right? What they want, not what they need, not what you think they need, but what your lead actually wants. You want to speak to that, and you want to ask questions. You don't want to tell, right? It's very subtle, but you want to be asking questions, not telling. The third reason is you're ignoring the connections you have made after the first month. Not having a forever follow-up system in place is one of the biggest reasons for that. Having something that says, you follow up with someone after the first week, after the second week, after the fourth week, after a month, after 3 months, whatever, but it's just a constant heartbeat, and it's there and you're just feeding that system, right? People aren't always ready to buy on your time or terms and your timing, right? You can reach out to someone today, they may not get back to you, right? It might not be because they don't like you or they think there's anything wrong with you. They're not getting back to you because maybe they have a crisis at home. Maybe the plumbing just broke. Maybe there's a crisis at work. Maybe right now, maybe they're scared of the coronavirus. Who knows what it is, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't keep trying. Lots of prospects have things going on in their life, as we were just talking about, that you aren't aware of, which is the key, right? You're not aware of what's going on in their life, but you want to be there when they're ready to make a decision and move forward, right? These are all the easiest leads to reach. You just shake the tree once in a while and you'll get them. So, if you have a whole bunch of connections, every once in a while you want to shake the tree and see what falls out. And the fourth reason is being haphazard or inconsistent. We all tend to follow the system while it's new, then it drops off, right? We've talked about that. And you know that it's easy to do in the beginning, right? It's like doing an exercise program. You work out, I did my exercises today, did them tomorrow, the next day. Geez, I didn't do them the day after that. I'm not feeling like doing them. Pretty soon you're not doing them at all, right? Same kind of thing. Business gets in the way of running this system. So you want to have a system in place so that it just has its own heartbeat, right? And you need a simple system to follow, or you won't follow it at all. And it must be easy and not too technical. You don't want it to be, technically overwhelming. You want it to be just kind of easy to do. And it must do it every day, consistently, day in, day out. Doesn't take a lot of time. So imagine what your life would be like when you have all the sales growth with more profit and cash and time freedom you could ever want. You're able to focus on the reason you started your business in the first place. You never have to worry about where your next customer is coming from or afraid of spending a ton of money on marketing with no results. What will your life be like when you know how to overcome the 4 reasons you aren't crushing it? And what will make a difference for you and your family? So let's recap. We've covered the 4 reasons. Reason 1, you're connecting with the wrong people. Reason 2, you're coming across as salesy or being perceived as annoying. Reason 3, you're ignoring the connections you make after the first 30 days. And reason 4, you're not being consistent. So our mission is to help others achieve what we've achieved. So do you want to use LinkedIn to create a consistent flow of leads? You struggle with how to find your most qualified leads, how to communicate so that your prospects are engaged, how to engage your first level connections, how to implement an easy system or method that doesn't require a lot of knowledge or technical skills. If you struggle with any one of those, you want to listen on. We want to teach you the exact same system we use to generate hundreds and thousands of targeted leads and show you how to turn them into profitable customers and provide you with the help you need to get it implemented, right? It's not about teaching you what it is, it's about helping you get it implemented. So what we've put together is a special offer to make sure that you have exactly what you need to succeed. And it's called Connections into Clients Action Group. It's all about action. What the Connections into Clients Action Group consists of is 1, live interactive coaching, training calls that are 2 times a month, Facebook group where you can communicate with us and the other members of the group, an interactive group with peer-to-peer support, and up-to-date strategies. So what's working and what's not working, and that's changing all the time. So what's invested? What's it going to take? The live coaching is about $400 a month. maximum of 20 members per group. We want to build out your sales funnel and process so you can optimize your LinkedIn efforts. Test your niche with the group so you're able to add brain power and cuts months of trial and error out. And put your ideas in the hot seat during the live calls so you won't be going down the wrong paths. And access to our private community, that's worth about $99 a month. And new strategies monthly, that's $495 a month. And in some ways, it's priceless because there's always new things. You take a course and it's out of date pretty quickly. But the total value of that's $994 a month or $11,928 a year. But today, to get started now with Connections in a Client's Action Group, you can do it for just $99 a month. You can go to targetleads.co.uk/subscribe now. And we'll put the link in the box next to us so that you can go there and in a comment box. So let me ask you this. What's the value of one customer? I know I was in an industry where a customer was worth about $2,400 a year. So one customer would pay for this. There's one more thing I want to ask you. And for the fast actors, right, people who take action now, the fast action bonus is going to include a one-on-one strategy call. It's about a $500 value where we're going to go over your business, what makes sense, what doesn't make sense. Basically, we're going to help you fine-tune what you're doing so that you're going to get the most results going forward. So here's what you get. Live coaching twice a month at $440. Access to our private community at $99 a month. New strategy monthly at $495 a month. And then a bonus, a one-on-one strategy call, which is worth about $500 for a total of $994 or $428 a year. So to get started now with Connections in a Client's Action Group for $99 a month, you can go to targetleads.co.uk, subscribe now. You have nothing to lose. If Connections in a Client's Action Group doesn't help you get more profit, more cash, more time freedom, then simply cancel at any time, no questions asked. So right now you have two choices as I see it. One, you can pass on this offer and stay exactly where you are. Or you can join our group and start getting results from LinkedIn right away. So get started now with Connections in a Client's Action Group for just $99 a month. That's targetedleads.co.uk/subscribe now.